Hi, everybody. Laura here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I wanted to show you how I made these cool little treat boxes, and they perfectly hold three Ghirardelli chocolates. Now, I knew I wanted to give three Ghirardelli chocolates, but I wanted a cute little box to put them in, but I couldn't quite figure out the measurements to use to make my envelope punch board. I'm not an ex-engineer like Jennifer Rivera. I don't know if you've seen, a while ago, she made a box to hold a bunch of handmade cards. And actually, I just used that the other day. I went back to her site and used it and made a box. And I love this is kind of a take on that, but instead of making a box to hold cards, I'm making a box to hold chocolates. But I couldn't quite figure out the measurements. So I found this site called the Crafty Owl, and she has this thing called the Box Buster. And basically, you type in the measurements of what you're trying to make a box for. For me, it was three chocolates. So I measured it with my ruler, the width, the depth, the height, and you punch it in, and it tells you exactly what you need to make a box with your envelope punch board. It was like awesome. So I'll have the link to all these things on my blog for Jennifer's card box, for the Box Buster, and I'll have all the measurements to do this. This is just so fun. Now, one of my daughter's teachers is a chocolate lover, and she actually, Bailey told me the other day that the teacher told her that she has an emergency stash in her desk with some chocolate. I can only imagine what the stress level is like with a bunch of fifth graders that every once in a while you need some chocolate in your system just to cope with the stress. And so I love kind of having an inside knowing what the teachers love that way throughout the year. I know what they might like for gifts and stuff. So I thought this is cool. I can give her some chocolate, here and there throughout the year to put in with her emergency stash. So I want to make a sturdy little box. I'm using some Simon Says Stamp. This is lipstick red cardstock, and their cardstock is really super sturdy. So it's perfect for making a little box like this. And I'm using some score tape to hold it shut, which is also really, really sticky, and it'll make sure to hold this closed shut. So after you get everything all punched and scored and adhered, it's really so simple to put together. Now I'm gonna put my three chocolates in there just to give it some, it makes it easier to fold it shut. You can give it some form, and there you go. There, that's how easy it is. How cute is this little envelope box? I almost can't even take it. I want to cry. It's so adorable. Now, I didn't want to just tape it shut. I want to do something, make it even more special than just a red plain envelope. So I'm going to make like a little wrap, like a sleeve to slide in. I don't know if I'm not even making sets, but it's like a wrap that holds it shut. Okay, so here's my wrap. Well, you can see the measurements here and the measurements of where I'm scoring it. And it's a little complicated, the score lines, but you'll figure it out. 1 and 3/4, 3 and 7/8. You can see me counting my eights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the 4 and 5/8. And so once you get that all scored, then again, I take my bone folder. Now, this is my Teflon bone folder. I could not live without my bone folder. If you're just using a regular old bone folder, I highly recommend getting the Teflon one because it is one of the best investments I've ever made. Now, I'm going to stamp this little wrap and with this Hey Teacher. It's a Simon Says stamp. It's from their Teacher's Pet Release. And now I don't know if I've ever told you this. Maybe I have. I've probably talked about it in other videos, but I love rulers. It's so crazy that I love rulers. But I love the clear ones. I don't know if you've ever seen the clear plastic ones. They're really cheap. They're like $1. And every time it's back to school, I go straight for the clear rulers and I just take a whole handful of them and I just hold them. I just want to hold them in my hands, all the different colors. And I have about four. I think I've got an orange one, a clear one, a green one, a blue one. I don't know. Don't ask me why. It's just like a sick addiction. I don't know. So anyway, so I'm coloring these rulers in with my Copics and just doing some simple Copic shading. And of course, I'm going to do rainbow. You know me. I used that Hey Teacher stamp set on all three of them. The other treat box, one of them's got the calculator all over it, and the sentiment says you can count on us. And the other one's just like teacher's going to teach. So I thought they were really cute. I love this little teacher stamp set. But you don't have to limit yourself to making these little treat boxes for teachers because you could use any stamp sets and make them for all different kinds of occasions and all different types of people. You could make a masculine, feminine, you could make a birthday theme, Christmas theme. You could do all the different holidays and stuff like that. But I was having the teachers in mind for this with the back to school, and I really want to encourage the teachers. And I love that I find out what they like, and you can give them something that, okay, so I've got this all colored in. I stamped it with the sentiment you rule. And now I'm going to just adhere this around my box. Really simple like that. So fun. And it holds it closed, but you can slide it off to open it up and get your chocolate out. So get out your envelope punch board. Check out that Boxbuster site so that you can get the dimensions for whatever you want to make a box for, and make a box of treats to give to somebody, your neighbor, your loved one, your teachers, or maybe just make a box of treats for yourself. Put it in your purse and just give it to yourself. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me.